Moin, herzlich willkommen, schönen guten Tag auch von mir, Daniel Budimann aus Köln und wir starten direkt nach dem wundervollen MoinMoin von Eddie und Jens. Wir konnten nichts hören hier, wir waren noch nicht so weit. Wir wissen nicht, ob sie schlaue Sachen gesagt haben, hoffen es aber. Sitzen wir jetzt erstmal in einer gemütlichen Runde. Wir haben wieder unser kleines, nettes Separé hier aufgebaut und mit mir am Start ist Aaron Greenberg. Hi Aaron, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. He is General Manager of Xbox Games Marketing. That's correct, right?
That is correct.
That is correct. So, and I did some German introduction for you guys. How's your German?
My German's a little rough. Unfortunately, I studied Spanish in school, so,
English,
it's not doing me much good right now.
Well, your job is English enough then.
Yeah, exactly. But it's great to be here. I'm excited to be in Germany, and I'm actually really excited to be on Rocket Beans TV.
Nice. So, what's happening here? We don't know. We just have a chit chat. We just talk. I think you have a lot of stories to tell. Past the few years. So you worked at Xbox for 16 years or Microsoft for 16 years?
I've been on Xbox specifically since the year 2000.
Since the year 2000?
Yeah, so before we launched the original Xbox, I was one of the earlier team members, and I'm really fortunate to get to do a lot of things and still be here and getting to help launch Xbox One S and Scorpio and everything else we're doing in the future. So it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, so there's a lot of focus on you personally and on the Xbox One S and Scorpio as well right now. So a few things happened past the last 3 years, right?
Yes.
Can you wrap up personally what has happened?
Well, I'd say like just like anything. I mean, you learn a lot. I think we've been through some ups and downs.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I'm really mostly proud about the team that we have. A lot of people know Phil Spencer, who's our head of Xbox, our Xbox leadership team. Yeah. There's a passionate team of gamers back in Seattle in our headquarters that loves what we do, has a lot of passion for our fans, and is working really hard to create great hardware, great games, great online experiences for those folks. And we work hard every single day. And it's great to come to events like this and get to share some of those things.
You're pretty good. That's the reason why you're global manager for marketing, though. Correct?
I don't know. I feel really fortunate. I mean, I think if you get to do what you love, and I love games and I love this industry, every day I feel grateful for what I get to do and to have a career here. We have incredible fans. This is the industry that, the people, folks like yourself, I mean, other people we meet at the show, it's a great community. And I think that is what makes gaming so special. Even the people that work in the industry, it feels like a community. Yeah. And we enjoy seeing each other. And I don't know if other industries have that. And so I think that's something really special about the games industry.
Maybe the music industry once had it.
Yes, back in the day.
But is it not like that you think the games industry is kind of doing the same thing, the same procedure, like history is repeating? So games are bigger than anything before, right? So kind of more game devs, more game titles are out there. The industry is quite not messed up. Messed up is too negative, but really in an unbelievable, fast-paced manner right now. So
yeah, it's happening fast, and you're right. It's evolving a lot. We have a lot of people that are making kind of traditional, really big blockbuster AAA games, big size teams like we do with Halo and Gears. But then you also have teams that are really small indie developers that are 3 to 5 people making a game. You have people making free to play titles, people making mobile titles. So it is a booming, really diverse industry. Yeah. But I think we're operating very differently than music. I mean, I think we're in a space where games are still really large in size. Largely, I think the experiences are super interactive. I think we have the ability with streaming, with Twitch, with YouTube to interact, and it's a very watchable form of entertainment. So I think we're uniquely different than other forms of entertainment.
I think so too.
The way we get to tell stories, I think, is also different.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but I think same goes for us. Like we want to hear what the community wants, right? Yeah. But it's not that easy. So I mean, you're in a really huge position, right? So we're still learning that. So I read in the chat right now that our camera is not, it's not in the right sharp right now. Yeah. Können wir die Kamera scharf stellen? Die in der Mitte, ja, die große. Dankeschön, White BC. So
That's great.
we really try to figure out what
real-time
they
feedback.
want. Yeah, exactly. But it's not always good. It's sometimes it's really painful for us.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. 3 years ago, E3. Was it 3 years ago? The big Xbox One Kinect kind of incident, and just to name this word incident, it wasn't an incident. It was a if you scale yourself out, and if you don't kind of be in one kind of position like PS4 or Xbox, right? Instead of and Xbox, in gaming. But many people were kind of really upset, really upset.
Sure.
How was the time for you, man? What was your daily business then?
Well, I think we had a lot of hard conversations, and I think that for me, I think, hey, you don't always get things right. And sometimes as a team, people make mistakes. But I think the key thing is then what do you do about it, And, I think the team really focused on how do we get back on track? How do we focus on games? We knew, like the reason why we're all gamers. We love games. The reason why people buy consoles for games. We've invested more in making more big AAA exclusive games than we ever have. We made some key decisions. We wanted to focus on consumer choice, saying, hey, the Kinect originally was built in, but we want to be able to make that an option. To be able to now, it takes hardware, has a long lead time. So to be able to do things like Xbox One S, make a 40% smaller console, usher in a lot of new benefits there at the same price they're selling Xbox One today. So we want to increase our value, increase our games, and at the same time listen to fan feedback. What are the new features they want on Xbox Live? They asked for backward compatibility. We didn't have a way to do that, but we sent a bunch of engineers off to make that happen. So I'm pretty proud of the amount of work we've gotten done over the last couple of years.
Well, congrats. So past the 3 years, lots of interviews have been held about this topic, right? So and you did a lot of changes, a lot. So to not talk about the incident itself anymore, but many people ask themselves, why not this way? Right from the start, right? So people could fancy and recognize, all right, so this is a huge strategy that Microsoft in total is challenging, right? So and Xbox is one of their main products, main brands to push out Windows 10, to push out cross platforming and stuff like that. So and as we could see this year's E3, so cross platforming is one of the biggest thing that you push in the front of your communication strategy, besides all the titles that you have, right? So why couldn't you start before, like, this strategy you're going after right now?
Well, I think the team you see in place today, we have under Phil Spencer, we have a leadership team in place today that had a really distinct vision and strategy of what we wanted to do. It all came back to putting the gamer at the center of our strategy and all of our key decisions. When you make your decisions gamer first, you're going to make different types of decisions. The Xbox Play Anywhere is a great example of that, where we've said, listen, we want to build it we know most gamers don't just play on one device. They play multi-device. They play PC, they play console. So how do we allow them to play our games on multiple devices? 2, how do we allow them to play our games and not have to buy the game a second time? So when you buy a game digitally from us, you can buy it once and play it across multiple devices. So that was just, takes a lot of work and back-end work to support that, but that was kind of, a big part of that vision. And, I think Phil and a really, really tight leadership team deserve a lot of credit for that work. And, to be honest, we still feel really hungry. We still feel like we have not achieved anywhere near what we want to achieve. We're having a lot of success in the market. Our games are selling really well, but with that said, we still want to innovate and do more, and so it feels good, but I think the hunger is still there.
I mean, on E3, it's kind of you showed us a glimpse of how you want to go and work into the market in the next couple of years. So you talked about the demographics, like the gamers itself. So they're quite differently today. I'd love to hear your point of view on that, because things have changed, right?
Yes.
Points of demographics, right?
Yes.
But let's talk about Scorpio and S.
Yes.
So 2 different devices with 2 different directions where you want to go.
Yes.
So can you explain something? Well, if you want to, I mean, we're live. If the people want to know some leaked information, you're totally free. So we can ask everyone out there just to not hear for a second. Could you do that, please?
Yes. The internet
just
don't listen.
Feel free, Aaron.
Exactly.
Feel free.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the big secret. No, I think the what you're saying is it's really nice to be able to say, here's what we're doing this year with Xbox One S, to be able to bring 4K video, 4K Blu-ray, HDR gaming, a lot of those great benefits to folks at an incredible value. You know, €299, giving people FIFA included in that. You know, we just feel like it's a really, really great value. At the same time, we know a lot of people are waiting for what is that big full step, that full leap forward. When is it the right time to bring a whole new console out? And that's what Project Scorpio is about, which is true 4K gaming. You know, we've got 6 teraflop GPU built in there. I mean, a really super powerful console. And to bring 4K gaming at scale to console gamers is something we're really excited about. And
but the demographic must show you kind of that those who want to buy the Scorpio, there has to be, they has to kind of really want this new tech, because it's far off edge. It's kind of from our point of view right now, it's kind of future tech, right? So you want those people who really love video gaming and who really kind of benefit the whole 4K streaming thing, right? So this is not risky, and don't get me wrong, it's not risky. It's if you zoom out and watch the whole industry from a outer space point of view, this seems really neat. This seems really clever, but in a long term, so was Kinect as well, right?
Sure. Yeah. No, I think you're hitting on a point, which is we did something that wouldn't be in your traditional marketing playbook, is announce your product you're selling now and announce the product you're selling a year from now. But it is targeted to 2 different types of customers. For the gamer that wants the most powerful console ever made, that wants true 4K gaming, that wants the best games, the most powerful console, we're going to deliver that to them, and we're going to make them really, really happy with that box. And for the gamer that maybe doesn't own an Xbox One yet, but is like, how can I get a console with a great games library at a great price? We're doing that right now, and letting gamers choose. Hey, I know what's available now, and also I know what you're going to offer to me if I wait a year. It's kind of
It's kind of the same thing as it did with the controller with the Elite, right? So the Elite is for the elite, right?
Yes.
So is the Scorpio the console for those elites?
Yeah, I think of it as, it's more of a premium product. So you have a premium console with Scorpio, you have a premium controller with the Elite controller, and there's people that want to have that premium experience, that will pay more for a controller like an Elite, and basically say, listen,
you don't have to, right? So
put whatever you can put the paddles, put all the premium materials in, because I'm willing to pay for a premium product, and that's what Elite is about. And I think Scorpio is kind of the same in the console space. And so for us, I think that is to give people choice, and a lot of volume will still buy the lower priced unit, but we know a lot of core gamers want the best.
Yeah, sure.
They want the best console, they want the best graphics, they want the most power. That's what Xbox has always been about, and I'm really excited to see us getting back and leading in that space.
Kind of back to Xbox One, the first Xbox.
Exactly.
When you get the entrance of the market with the first Xbox, you did exactly that.
Exactly.
Well, not without a second console though, but leading tech was Xbox, the first one, right?
Yes. So it's fun to get back to some of our roots, and I think even the community and what we're doing on Xbox Live is another great example of that.
You talked about marketing books, right? Like blueprints for everyone to understand how marketing should work right now, because everything is changing rapidly, right? How hard is it for you as a global manager to kind of sell your strategy to Microsoft as well and to other pals? Is it hard? Has it been difficult for you to find the right words, to get all the demographics, all the data you need to get those in those directions?
We've had really good partnerships with a number of key partners. Take the partnership with Electronic Arts, for example. We have a multi-year partnership with them around a number of their key titles, like FIFA, Battlefield, etc. EA Access is something that we exclusively offer. So for partners like that, they bet on us, we bet on them. That really makes for a great relationship. As we've gone and disclosed to developers and stuff what we're doing with Project Scorpio, the response has been incredible. I mean, a lot of game developers want to work on the cutting edge. They want to create things beyond what they've ever been able to create before. And I think you've seen in the video we showed at E3, folks like Todd Howard from Bethesda, Patrick from DICE, some of these really legendary game creators and their excitement and enthusiasm for what we're doing with Project Scorpio. So it hasn't been that hard. I mean, I think people are really excited. They mostly want to know when can we get the dev kits and the tools, and we want to start creating. And so that's a pretty exciting place to be.
Yeah. So there are a few kind of voices in the industry right now concerning the digital media itself, concerning digital transformation. All those buzzwords, right? And many people say you need a reinvention every 6 months and something completely new every 18 months, because they kind of found out those numbers and mathematical algorithms that the market is changing so rapidly that do you believe in that too? Because getting out this huge step like Scorpio and S, has to be something that you have planned for years to come, right? So in terms of gaming wise, like Destiny is a development of 10 years in total, right? So if they can manage or not, so they will have some milestones in between those 10 years. Yes, pretty much. But isn't that hard for you to kind of changing the speed that you worked on before and now you have to work on, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're building your long-term strategy, you definitely look at the past and how things worked, and you decide, hey, do I want to keep doing what we've always done? Or do I want to change and do something new and uniquely different? And so that was our bet. And we, one of the things we really felt as we get back to that gamer-centric focus was that every time a new hardware iteration comes out, you lose your game compatibility, you lose your accessories. You basically, all the money you've invested and all that content and all those accessories are generally don't move forward to the next generation. And so the idea was, how could we innovate? We felt the time was right for that big step to 4K, and how can we innovate and bring true 4K gaming, but not sacrifice compatibility? That so people know, hey, if I bought games on Xbox One launched, if I'm buying accessories even today for an Xbox One S, these are going to work with Project Scorpio, and that's never been done before.
Can you talk about this? Is one question that has been in a lot of minds. Will there be kind of a upwards compatibility from S to Scorpio? Like I've bought a nice game for my Xbox One. And now the developers are bringing out a 4K resolution, a real 4K resolution. Can you talk about that?
Well, so you're saying, will there be games that are out today that will eventually run in 4K? That sure. I mean, so there's titles that have variable resolution and things like that. There'll be titles that will obviously think about, hey, how do we want to take this game and make sure that it looks and runs great on Scorpio? I mean, I think to give developers more power is going to allow them to do more things.
Exactly. Yeah. Many people are kind of just scared, right? If they want 4K games, and many people don't really recognize that the download of the game will not kind of multiply itself like plus 4 times, right?
The games will be significantly bigger. Absolutely.
Yes.
The nice thing is that when people pre-order games, we can pre-download games and do a lot of stuff overnight, so we can deal with large file sizes. With that said, most people still buy their games on disc. They still go to the retail. They still buy it on a disc, and so we'll obviously continue to support that. And retail is a really important channel for us. But consumers can decide what their preference is. I think the big thing is, like, we got to have great games. We got to have a great box, and we really want to build that all around, a great community, and continue to listen to our fans. We know there's more things we haven't thought about. What do they want? We're always listening. Every week, every day, I'm on Twitter, Phil Spencer's on Twitter, we're in our forums, we're reading Reddit, because we want to know what people think. Just like you're getting real-time feedback about your camera. I mean, it's awesome.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that someone wrote anything bad in the chat right now about me, but I don't mind. That's okay. Many people write positive things too.
If you get anything positive in here, you should consider it a win, because, but the nice thing for me is it's all in German, so I'm just going to assume they're all saying nice things.
They're pretty much, the chat is, he can see, I kann euch lesen. So it's all nice. It's all pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they recognize that I tried to ask you a really, really hidden question about Project Scorpio, but you're really good. You defended it brilliantly. Again, this is Aaron Greenberg. He's global manager of Xbox Games Marketing, and he just won. I tried it a few times. So maybe we at Rocket Beans, we need to have more kind of lessons about marketing or about communications, right?
So I think you guys are doing a lot of things right.
Tell us something. Give us some hints from Redmond directly. What can we do? We don't have a console, but a broadcasting channel.
I think you guys are doing a lot of right stuff.
Rule which is kind of key to your work.
You have to increase your awareness. You got to let more and more people know about your product.
No, we don't do that. No.
You need to be able to get people to advocate on your behalf. Yeah. So I bet you there's still a lot of gamers around Germany that may not know about Rocket Beans TV still yet. So how do we get more people aware of it?
Too bad in League of Legends or Counter-Strike. Maybe they heard of us, and then they say, "Oh, those crappy." Blah. We go back to my, that's the thing.
And your content, it's all about your show and your content. If your content's good, people will keep watching. They'll tell their friends. Your product has to be good.
Nice.
Marketing cannot fix a bad product. So if you got a good product, you'll be all right.
All right. So
and from what I've seen here, you guys are onto something.
What you said, they're going to be out 2 good products, so your job will be less stressful, correct?
I hope so.
Is that the lesson I can take, from this interview?
I think so. I mean, we feel so great, right? I mean, you said I've been here for 16 years, but I'll say morale is super high. It feels like we're back on our front foot.
Nice.
We have a hot product that's sold out. Yeah. We have a product that everyone is begging us to know more about that's coming a year from now. Feels like we've got our swagger back.
One last question, because everyone out there really wants that. Really, really, everyone is waiting for this. Esport is a big thing, you know that, right?
Yeah.
When will this happen? Xbox versus PlayStation, a huge tournament, and each round, when someone loses, they has to pay for the console from the opponent to give out their community. Is that would be fun, wouldn't it?
That's high stakes esports.
Yes, it is. It is. But people would acknowledge that. Either way, whether it's PC or Ouya or someone, everyone is just talking about. It's all about gaming. So one day, do you see that? One day,
listen, it would be fun. It would be fun. Listen, we know I know my counterparts at Sony and PlayStation. And we see each other at E3 and other events. Here's a little secret. If you saw us playing each other, we're not professional gamers. You'd be perhaps very disappointed in our skills.
It more funny. That's the brilliant thing, and you can get.
But we are competitive. I would try to beat them. I mean, I would. That would be my goal.
All right,
I would try to beat them. I would try to win whatever Sony gear they were offering me, whatever it was. Yes, it would be fun. If we did it for a charity in particular, that would be the right way to do it.
Yeah, charity would be definitely the right way to go.
Yeah.
So one last thing, maybe, because we talked a lot about marketing, a lot about industry. Sorry if you want to hear about the newest games, just stay put. We are here at Gamescom, and you will see a lot of video games. This is important as too, right? I think so. Last question, but coming to games. Your personal highlight you really love.
My favorite game of the year so far is Inside. From Playdead. The guys that made Limbo. If you have not played it, it's a beautiful game. There's no dialogue, so whether you speak English, German, French, you name it, it's a beautiful, beautiful game. Side-scroller platform. Highly, highly recommend it. And I'd say for this holiday, I'm excited. We've got Gears now officially. Original Gears officially approved in Germany. We're really excited to bring Gears of War 4 to our fans in Germany. So that's another big title to look forward to this year.
Nice.
Yeah,
that sounds good. I don't know how many minutes do we still have? Should we? Wie lange haben wir noch? 10 Minuten.
Can we let's answer questions from the community. What do people want to know?
Ich freue mich. Ich habe nur gedacht, dass wir aufhören müssen. Actually, I thought that we're over the time, but we still have 5 minutes. That's brilliant.
What do people want to know? Let's hear.
Yeah, okay. Ihr könnt gerne Fragen stellen über den Chat. Ich gucke einfach mit drauf. Könnt auch direkt auf Englisch stellen. Aaron, he's watching you guys.
Watching your feed.
Nice lol.
Dave Twitch, Akumi, Desu just did Detoid Heads, Gears of, there's a face.
Halo, just Halo.
Halo Wars 2. Yeah.
Halo Wars 2.
You may have heard of it.
One thing, right? Yeah. So actually, I was kind of soaked into Halo by a friend of mine, competitive-wise, right? He said, I'm definitely going to lose, but there's really good, multiplayer in Halo 2 back in the days. And now Halo 5, we just started to play it, but I don't know, maybe it's about our age or something, but, we kind of lost our trail on Halo multiplayer.
Yeah.
But we got back again a few weeks ago, before.
Yeah.
And there were so many changes that I think many people don't know. How hard is it to get them back on track?
Well, you have Arena, which is more the traditional kind of Halo multiplayer a lot of people are used to, but then, you have Warzone, which is where a lot of the innovation is happening, 4 times bigger than we've ever had Halo multiplayer maps. But they brought back a lot of fan favorites like Firefight and things like that. So we've seen actually 3 months in a row of Halo 5 multiplayer engagement growing. 8 months after we launched Halo 5. That's kind of unheard of. And so I think that speaks to new content, customers really feeling like they want to keep coming back and staying engaged. So that I think that's been a great win for the Halo team.
Yeah, I think so too. Halo Wars is gonna end friendships here in our team. I can assure you that. So one question from the chat. Poison XX or Poison, just Poison asked, how about the future with Microsoft and VR?
Sure. So we're doing on the VR side today, obviously on the Windows side, we partner with sort of HTC Vive, Oculus, kind of everybody. Specifically for content, what we've done is we've said, what game makes the most sense to really focus on for VR? And we focused on Minecraft. And so we brought Minecraft to Oculus Rift. Actually, this week it launches.
All right.
We have it on Gear VR and things like that. But on the console space, we're really focused on AAA games. That's what people want. People are asking us, they want Halo Wars 2, they want Gears of War 4, they want Forza Horizon 3. So that's really where our focus is. But we're watching the space. We're doing some stuff with Minecraft. We're partnering with a lot of folks on the Windows side, and we'll continue to see, we'll look what customers want and we'll respond to those demands.
What about HoloLens?
HoloLens is very exciting.
I mean, it's from Microsoft, right? So it just makes sense to kind of get this connection, but it hasn't been communicated, not yet. Right?
Yeah, right now HoloLens is more in the development phase, so developers are working with it, and it is not a dedicated gaming device, but it does bring this kind of mixed reality where you can take your real world and mix it with holographic elements. And they've shown some great games. We showed even Minecraft at E3 2 years ago. We've shown a number of games running on. I've played some of the games on HoloLens, and it's incredible. It's incredible tech, and I think it gives you a good glimpse into the future and what is possible. It's different. It's different than console gaming. It's different than PC gaming, but it is unique, and I think it's a good promise for what people can look forward to.
All right. So there was another question.
Somebody asked me how I like Germany. Can I just tell you, I love being in Cologne. I love being in Germany. Whenever I say I like the Kolsch, people seem to get very offended, but it's very refreshing. Those little cups.
You can just zip that away, right?
It's like you're thirsty.
Like, it's cold. It's good.
Next thing you know, you've drinking 3 of these things, and you're friends with everybody.
Okay, so I just got the sign that we definitely have to stop this interview, but I like it. So there was just 2 last questions. One was, how are you? Pretty simple.
I'm feeling
effective.
good. I love being at Gamescom. It's for us, putting our games in the hands of our fans is like my absolute favorite thing. And seeing 500,000 fans rushing through Gamescom is, we just don't get that at E3. We don't get that at any other show. That's what makes this so special.
It's weird as well, right? It's positively weird.
It is a little overwhelming.
All right.
You do see some very weird. You do see some weird things.
Yeah, and weird part of it.
Yes,
and that makes us proud.
Weird is good.
Last question from Grafikhure. Can you send her an Xbox?
Wow. Generally I don't just go through Twitch feeds and start sending people free things. But whoever that person is, if you message me, I'd be happy to send you a free game.
Free game, okay.
Message me on Twitter.
Shotgun 4K resolution TV and Xbox One.
Yeah, you guys have asked for a lot of free stuff.
It's really bad that we have to stop, because actually my job was at that hidden agenda to sell you our products, our formats, to make business right in front of all the people.
Nice.
But sadly, time's out. So this is Aaron Greenberg. Aaron, good to see you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. All the best for
pleasure.
the next couple of days here in Cologne, and for everything concerning Xbox One S and Scorpio. We'll be happy to get leaked information from you. That would be really nice.
Well, good luck to you guys, and I hope Gamescom goes well for everybody.
Yes, so. Dankeschön, Leute, dass ihr dabei wart. Ich gebe jetzt erstmal wieder ab. Ich glaube, jetzt kommt was anderes, sehr Lustiges. Ich habe es vergessen. Zocken am Expertstand. Genau, 5.1. Leute werden Videospiele spielen. Wer hätte das gedacht? Also, schön, dass ihr da seid. Auf eine gute Gamescom, Leute. Bis später.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yay!